You know what to do. If you on YouTube, you know what to do, okay? If not, well, no, I'm kidding. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Kiana Marie, and subscribe without knowing anything about this channel if you're new. If not, welcome back. I hope you are subscribed. If not, make sure you do subscribe. Okay? I've been feeling just a little strange lately. Like I don't feel bad, but I also don't feel my best. Right now. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like I've just been feeling off. I've just been feeling a little off lately. I started off just really motivated, amped up, and I'm not new to this, very true to this. So I understand that it does come in waves, ebbs and flows. Like there's going to be high moments, there are going to be low moments, lots of them. And there's just gonna be moments of unease, like where you're just, I don't know. And I think I've just been challenged with, it's not even, I can't even honestly say it's a lack of clarity. Like I just feel like I don't even feel, oh gosh, it's so hard to explain. It's as if life is just happening almost in slow motion. Like I feel like everything has kind of slowed down from my perspective. Like I don't feel like things are moving fast around me. I just kind of feel like I feel the stillness, but it's uncomfortable. And I feel like it's uncomfortable because I'm not really sure where I am right now. And I have a vision for where I want to be. I feel like I have understanding on what God has called me to do, but there's a lot of pieces that I just don't know how to put together. And here's where it gets a little confusing, because I feel like I do know how to put them together, but I'm not doing what needs to be done to put them together. So instead of acknowledging that, I don't know. So I don't know, it's a very eerie feeling. Like it's really indescribable. I don't even know if what I just said makes any sense to anybody. But I've also feel like God has been quiet lately. Like more recently, like he was real loud end of the year into the beginning of the year, so loud to where I seen him and heard him in almost everything. And then I feel like more recently this past week, it's not that I haven't been seeing and hearing, it's just that it's a little bit more quieter. You know how you have a friend that you talk to every day, y'all like got super close, you have this season of you guys are just super close, like you guys are talking every day, you see each other often, like you just get each other, y'all on the same wave, like y'all vibing right now, right? And then it's like one day y'all really don't talk, like the conversation is not what it was, and then it becomes less and less where you don't talk as often, and then you feel like, did I do something? Did I say something? What's going on with them? Like, this is weird. Like, what's happening? So you're just at this place where it's like, okay, friend, like, where are you? Right? It's a little quiet. So that's how I kind of feel like with God. I feel like we was right here. We was vibing like daily. And now it's like, did I do something to make you upset? Like, what is it? And I feel like that's just where I am right now. It's just like, okay, what is it? It just feels weird. Oh, I'm trying not to get emotional, but it's like, I don't know what's happening. Like I don't have full clarity on right now. And a word that I'm that I have heard. And it's like, you guys are still talking. It's not that it's completely silent. It's not that it's radio silence. It's that it is not this, it doesn't feel the same. It just feels different. It feels different. And then, but you acknowledge the difference in the other person, but you don't acknowledge the difference in you. And so that is where I am right now, where I'm like, I'm noticing the difference in me. And at first I was thinking that because God felt different, I behaved differently. When, if I'm to be very honest and fully real with myself, maybe I changed. Maybe there was a shift in me that shifted this experience. Again, I don't know if any of this is making any sense. I don't know. But I'm not saying any of this to like be a downer or say like, oh, what was me right now? I'm saying this because this is my experience. And I feel like sometimes we have a word, right? We have a word that can be empowering, that can be uplifting, that can be encouraging. And sometimes, no matter what we're going through, or sometimes we're quiet when we're in the midst of going through something, and then we don't speak a word until after we are out of that something, to where it's like, in hindsight, I learned this, and I am this, and all of these great things, and now I see why this had to happen. It's like, I am currently in choosing my words with intention. Right now, physically, I don't feel like I'm at war, but I don't think that we I don't think that we share honestly and truly and freely, like when we are in the midst of war within ourselves, within our spirit, within our world, right? And I'm that type of person where normally when I'm going through something, I kind of want to wait until I get out of it to talk about it, or to talk, or to share what I'm going through. It's like, can I wait until I've fully processed it, until I fully understand it, until I have clarity about it, and until I'm out of it? But in this season of my life, I have spoken and chosen to be a little bit more obedient. I say a little bit more because I'm a little bit of a rebel, but I'm working on my obedience. And when God says do something, I'm working on doing it in the moment and not waiting until it's right in my eyes, like until I have the full trajectory of what it is that I'm going to be doing, and fully understand how everything is going to be planned, like how everything is going to work out, or until I have full instructions on everything. Because sometimes God is going to say go, and you just have to move, and you don't know exactly which direction, where, like, you don't know where you're going to end up, you don't know what's on the path, but just move, like just do the thing. And that's where I'm working on my obedience, is just doing the thing that God has called me to do that does not make sense to me or align, not even that doesn't make sense, but that doesn't align with what I want to do and how I want to do it. So with that being said, I may be talking and I may not be making any sense to anybody, but I may be making sense to one person. And if you get me, you get me. And then this is like me going through this and sharing this is for you, is for us. But I'm trying also not to get caught up in resisting change, resisting discomfort, because maybe the discomfort is coming from the resistance. Maybe I'm resisting rest. Maybe God is just like, okay, well, rest in the revelations that you've had. Like, I've had so many revelations in such a short period of time, and he's like, okay, well, rest in this. Like, it's okay that things have calmed down, that there is a place of discomfort and stillness and quietness, and like, it's okay, just rest in it, because you don't know what's on the other end of this feeling. You don't know what's on the other side of it, and maybe what's on the other side of it requires restoration within me to be restored. And what I've like, sit in it, babe, relax. It's okay. Like, it's okay to take a breath. It is okay to rest. It is okay for that. Like, you don't have to be on go. And that's me unlearning that too. This learned behavior of, I have to be on 10. I have to be hustling and all of these things. Like, I was raised by one of the hardest working men I know on the planet. I don't know nobody that works harder than my dad. Literally. And I was raised by that. Not necessarily to mimic or be that, but that's what I've seen. Hard work equals these results. If you want these results, you gotta work hard. And so I'm having to unlearn that. And so it's harder. And I don't resist that, honey. I receive that, okay? But it's harder to let go of that belief. For me, it is possible for me to be successful still, to do all the things that I aspire to do with ease and with flow. And that is really hard for me to accept for myself. But I'm working on it. 60. I acknowledge how necessary the rest is for me, because it actually has been a season of plowing. This course that I've been telling you guys about, the financial course or financial money mindset course, that has been a plow. Like, really working at breaking through all of the barriers just to get to the good soil, just to get to the goodness of what God has for you, the goodness of what God has for me. Like, breaking through all that has built up over the years, over time, and became hard ground, barriers, walls up, conditioning, programming, all of these things, having to break through that, and to think that rest doesn't come on the other side of it. Because as we are breaking, because it's still a process, but I feel like there was at least a good week or a few days where it was really hard plowing, where it hurt so bad, but it felt so good to just break through that hard ground. And as we've broken through, gaining access to new soil, to just good ground, to fertile ground, being able to plant new seeds, of course there's rest. Oh my gosh, of course there's rest after that. Because after you sow seeds, it has to go through it has to rest in the ground before it sprouts up, before it flourishes. It has to rest. Of course I'm in a place of rest, and it's uncomfortable because I just went through a plowing season. I've just been ripped apart of what I've known for a good minute, for a good while. Things that have been buried on top of my heart, things that have been buried on top of my mind, are being like pulled away as new seeds are being planted. Of course, there's covering up of that for rest to take place, because we don't see those very like subtle things that are happening. Of course, it's uncomfortable, right? Because it is so subtle, and it's like I can't put my finger on it. I can't quite put a word to it. Of course, there's this force of stillness upon me. God, Lord Jesus. Well, thank you guys for helping me figure this out. Thank you so much. Well, with that being said, I'm not going to sit here and force myself to like do work right now. I'll put on my gospel music and vibe out and worship right now, because that was an epiphany. That was like another revelation for me right now that you have helped me come to. So thank you. Thank you for being here with me as I worked through that.
Yeah, listen. This day that God has given me, I'm not gonna